That's what this is all about. Do you love or hate Mondays? Hopefully you're in the boat of hating Mondays so that you can really have this drastic transformation that we're hoping to have this like spark be ignited.
Gaming theory is huge. That's why as kids, we love video games. As adults, we love games, whether it's a drinking game or a video game. Whatever it is, we love games. So how can you gamify your work? Welcome to Evolve Ventures, where we are making evolution possible for growth-minded humans through vulnerable lessons, stories, and technology. I am your host, Bianca Thomas.
I am your host, Emilia Smith. Welcome back to another episode. I feel like it's been so long since we've really been on here, but in all reality, we produce podcast episodes every single Thursday and Monday as of today. So I just want to give a hot shout out to all of those listeners out there that have been with us from the beginning, that are with us for the first time, and who are going to be joining us and letting us join you in your journey on your evolution. So this is episode 119, and we are going to be getting into our first Motivational Monday episode. And we hope that these little short episodes are ones that you can kind of put into your pocket, take with you throughout the day, and gear up that Monday. So the vibe is set. Let's dive in. B, what we got?
So today, what we're going to be diving into is how to actually enjoy your Mondays and how to actually enjoy your work. So Emilia and I picked this topic because we've seen and heard from so many people, and it's all over social media of, I hate Monday, I don't want to go back to work, oh, the weekend is over, I don't want to be here, blah, 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 blah. Right? How many of us have felt that? I know I have in the past, especially when I didn't like what I was doing. So Emilia and I are each going to be coming with a couple of ways to actually enjoy your Monday morning and actually enjoy your work. So, my friend, what is your first piece of advice, your first story, your first feedback for our beautiful listeners?
Well, honestly, I would say, so Monday, let's just like take a hot break and say, okay, all right, if we want to evolve how we feel about Monday, we first got to evolve our understanding about Monday. So there's this thing that, like, one of the books I think that I have on my top favorite books, and of course it's a favorite because it's not coming to mind right now, but I think it's about the power of magic moments. And it talks really, really deeply in the neuroscience about this theory that we have, which is like pressing the reset button, and how important people need to feel like as though they can reset their days, their lives, etc. Great example of this is in the gym, right? If you didn't go to the gym on the weekends, then of course you're going to start your regimen back up on Monday. Or if, for example, New Year's comes around and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, today's the year. It's this whole concept, this whole theory about you need the opportunity to feel as though you have a reset. And I know that that's been very, very important for me to leverage. And so for all of our listeners here, I want us to kind of take a peek at how we can evolve what resetting and what motivation kind of means to each one of us. Because I know for me, Mondays, I freaking love Mondays. And I'm probably one of those weirdos that you guys are probably rolling your eyes at, but you're like, all right, whatever that girl's on, I want more of it, because like Mondays right now suck for me. And I'm all for that, because at one point that was me too. Not 100%, but like definitely 20%. So to that extent, let's bring that in. All right. So we got Mondays. Do you love or hate Mondays? Let's just start there. Baby steps, right? That's what this is all about. Do you love or hate Mondays? Hopefully you're in the boat of hating Mondays so that you can really have this drastic transformation that we're hoping to have this like spark be ignited. And looking at that from a reset. Okay, awesome. Mondays are going to be a reset. We're going to listen to Emilia and Bianca at Evolve Ventures, and we're going to start getting on this Monday train, and we're going to start cruising things out. There was this thing that Emilia said at one point where like we need to like leverage different parts of our brains that like light up like reward centers. Like if you were to go to the casinos and win it big in the lottery, all the lights would go off like as if you were in the middle of New York Times Square, right? What are these reward centers, right? The reward center of my brain, I didn't realize I wasn't leveraging when it came to Mondays until I met the infamous Google Tasks. So one of the things that I wanted to bring into this episode, and I'm bringing my full quirkiness into this, so I hope it's jazzing you off, right? So how I actually enjoy my work is actually quite simple. And when I looked at this episode B and we had this on here, I was like, all right, what are some of like the most simple, most basic things that our listeners can do literally right as they're listening to the episode, and how can they make their life just that 1% more enjoyable, right? Because work is mundane. Mondays kind of suck sometimes. And if you're in that boat of like, already, I hate Mondays, what's one small thing that you can leverage? My friends, if you are not on the Google Tasks train, meaning setting up a to-do list, right? Everyone loves their to-do lists. Mondays are all about it. You get to that to-do list, you write all the things there, and then all of a sudden you're looking at your to-do list as though it's that laundry list of things that you never want to touch with an 8-foot pole. Been there 1,000 times, and this is where leveraging those reward centers, feeling confident in your ability to reset, can really benefit you. What that one thing of having a Google Tasks list has, instead of just one that you have, on your refrigerator door or written in your notepad that one day you'll lose and then you'll try to figure out where it is and then hate yourself because of it, you cross it off, but in real time. So what I want to say is leverage those parts of your brain that bring you joy with the simplest things. Build them into your work tasks. So a great example of this is Google Tasks. You put on, a to-do list, you put a task on, as soon as you complete it, you swoosh, mark complete. It literally draws out that line for you. The amount of satisfaction that can come on that can put you on a whole new level when it comes to Mondays. The other small little thing that I'll put here, and then B, I'm going to throw it right on over you, is emojis. Cross things off, add a sense of accomplishment to your day, build them in the smallest ways. And my friends, I'm telling you, you will actually start to enjoy your work.
The biggest thing that I would say, and something that has been really helpful for me, is setting goals with my work. I think a lot of people struggle with actually enjoying Mondays and enjoying their job is because most people don't actually enjoy their job. It's like a mundane task. It's just they do the same thing every day at work. They see the same people. They take their lunch at the same time. They take their break at the same time, or they're just doing the same boring thing over and over again. So using the reward center of our brain, well, us as human beings, we love games. Gaming theory is huge. That's why as kids, we love video games. As adults, we love games, whether it's a drinking game or a video game. Whatever it is, we love games. So how can you gamify your work? So for me, something that I do is I have a goal for myself with regard to my coaching and my therapy. I keep a running tally of all of the coaching calls that I do. I think I'm almost at 1,300. So my goal is, how can I show up the absolute best that I can? And my goal for the end of the year, or for the next year, is to get 1,000 coaching calls or therapy calls. So my goal, how can I show up the absolute best that I can for this person and actually make change in their life? That goal is going to take so much more and require me to show up in such a better way than if I were to just say, I just want to show up to work today. I just want to get through the day. I just need to get this task done. And you know what? That's it. So how can you make a goal within your job that excites you? Even if you don't like your job, what's one thing in your job that you do like? What maybe can you do with your job to do something in the outside that you like? So I'm going to work overtime so I can have enough money to start making candles and sell them on Etsy. I don't know. That's just an example that you can do if you want. But how can you leverage gaming in setting goals that excite you, that'll actually make you happy about the work that you're doing, or just happy to start the week? So that's what I would say.
Love it. I think goal setting is drastically underrated because of the fact that a lot of people won't go near that with a 10-foot pole because it like a lot of people think and associate goal setting and goal accomplishments with like these big audacious goals. They don't need to be. Like you said, it can be something that is small, and it just starts off with this Monday. Like you were able to achieve, I don't know, 5 coaching calls that made you feel good at the end, that made you feel like you had an impact on someone's lives, right? And so that small little goal starting with a day, then you can allow that ripple effect. And then before you know it, whether you're goal setting, whether you're leveraging, you know, the gamification of your brain, lighting up different reward centers, using emojis, using Google Tasks. They did not tell us that we should include that. This is not an ad for Google Tasks, but regardless of what you're doing, you know, leveraging what do you enjoy? If you don't enjoy your work, all right, what part about it can you enjoy? And what is within your control to be able to do that? So hopefully, I mean, that's all I got. B, you got anything?
We are keeping these short because Emilia and I are very good at going off the rails. So we are at the 10-minute mark. We're going to try to do our best to keep these at 10 minutes, light, easy, breezy, with a little humor since both of us are feeling extra giddy today. Episode suggestion for this episode.
My episode suggestion would be, what's your optimal space? We dove into that during our environment series, and
what number is that?
Such an advocate of having an optimal space for you to actually enjoy your work. For example, I have this like maple wood stand-up table right now, or slab of wood from like a actual farm that I contracted. That is like my work desk, and I'm able to stand up. So like I'm doing this stuff through in a capacity which I enjoy. I have my bare feet going on. I'm standing up. I'm enjoying the work that I'm doing because these little things that I've integrated into my space. So that's a great episode suggestion for anyone who is interested in kind of taking that and evolving what Monday means to them and how to actually enjoy their work. What about you?
For those listening, that's episode number 103.
Thank you.
My episode suggestion is number 3, how to jumpstart your why work.
Oh, we're taking it back.
All the way back to the beginning.
Oh, good stuff. So if you liked this episode, if you enjoyed this bite size, us high level, getting all giddy in this stuff, you can look forward to more Monday motivational episodes. We want to thank NLPS, who actually helps us to produce all of this stuff. And now we're going to be doing 2 episodes per week, which was a goal at one point. And here we are actually enjoying our work. Many Google tasks were crossed off, my friends, for this one. And I will say all of that was fun. So anywho, share it, subscribe. We hope that you enjoy this, and we can't wait to see you in the next episode.
We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.